This is a prime example of why they say honesty is the best policy, because when you're not honest and truthful, it comes back out. The truth comes to light. It always comes to light in some way, shape, or form, and usually not in the way that you want it to. This is my review for Queen Sugar, Season 1, Episode 7, in no uncertain terms. Now, the episode starts off with Aunt Vi. She's trying to go and talk to Charlie, because Charlie, again, has just come back from her meeting with her husband and the prostitute, and with her finding out that her husband was cheating on her all this time with the prostitute, it just put her in the tailspin. So she's over it. Again, she's balled up, and Aunt V wants her to talk so that she can at least vent about what's going on. She's not ready to do so. So this is like, okay, all right, you know, we are family, so we're here for you. We really are. But it's just like, you know, maybe you do need to talk to your son, because he's just still wondering what's going on. He's old enough, he'll understand. So she goes and she talks to Micah, and they're outside. Micah's actually, ironically, sitting in the same spot she used to sit under when she was a kid, under this big tree. And she's just letting him know that, yeah, so we're going to be here for a while, and she was like, just tell me, I want to know, like, why is Dad not here? Did Dad do it? Did Dad rape the girls? It's like, no, your dad didn't rape her. It's like, okay, but what did he do? And so that's when she's like, oh, so you really want to know? Yes. He didn't rape her, but he's been cheating on me with the prostitute for years. And so that's why I am divorcing him, and I'm staying down here. It's just like, wait, down here for how long? I don't know how long. It's a lot longer. It's like, wait a minute. So I only came down here to escape. I didn't come down here just to be here forever. I'm thinking, this is a kid's mentality, because just one moment ago, you were all gung-ho for getting out of Dodge. Now that you're actually out of Dodge for a moment and you realize, dang, this civilization is crazy, because it's like, oh, but what about my SATs? What about SAT prep? What about everything? I have to go to school here. I have to start over here. It's just like, look, right now we're not going back, so it is what it is. And, of course, Ralph Angel, he's getting Blue ready, and Blue's drawing, and he's drawing something really cute. Of course, it's great to see Blue, but Blue's drawing his mom. Ralph Angel thought that Blue was drawing him, but no, Blue's just like, you know, this is Mommy. And, of course, Ralph Angel's over it. He gets a knock at the door, and it's his probation officer. His probation officer finally meets Blue, and it's just like, oh, hey, what's going on, little man? Nothing much. Give me a high five. Who's that? Oh, it's Mommy. And it's like, oh, Mommy. Does she live here? But she's like, no. And it's like, okay, so what's going on? That's when, of course, Ralph Angel's just like, okay, time to brush your teeth. And while Blue's brushing his teeth, getting ready, his probation officer tells him, alright, so that's cute and all, but is he living here? It's just like, yeah. He can't be living here. Why not? I have a roof over my head. That's his room back there. That's great in theory, but you're not the legal guardian. It's like, what? No, you're not the legal guardian. When you went away to jail, your Aunt Vi, she became the legal guardian so that the mom didn't become the legal guardian. And now, she's not, you're back, but your Aunt Vi didn't sign the papers. She still has a year left on being your legal guardian. I'm thinking, okay, so that's where the conflict's going to start, because you know Aunt Vi isn't going to take that, going to give guardianship of Blue up after what Ralph Angel did. Because I was wondering, okay, why did they throw this little part in there? This is why. Because of the consequences of Ralph Angel trying to take the easy way. And then, of course, his probation officer found out that he lost his job. So it's like, oh, so how did you lose your job? What happened? Well, no, they let me go. It is what it is. And then that's when he said, oh, did you know that they raided the place because there's an illegal racketeering thing going on, where they were taking the phones, the laptops, the electronics, and they were trying to sell some of it? So it's like, no, I had no idea. I'm thinking, it's like, I know they came to your house and they didn't find anything, now did they? It's like, you're right, they didn't. So here's how this is going to go. You need a 40-hour job. It's just like, I'll be a farmer. I'll be a farmer? Yeah, I'll be a farmer. Oh, okay. Well, you're gonna need to have it signed off, and you're gonna need minimum wage and a pay stub and insurance because it needs to be a full-time job. You hear me? She's like, okay, I'll get my sister. She'll sign off on it. Oh, she will she? Yes, she will. And this is like, yeah, and get your Aunt V to sign over guardianship to you. We're at Nova, and Nova finally had sex with the woman who she was at the radio station with last time. And it looks like they're having fun together. It is what it is. Charlie's out of it, and this seed thing comes for the farm. And Ralph Angel's trying to talk to her, but Charlie, like I said, is still out of it. Remy comes, and Remy is like, okay. Remy's like, all right, are you good? Like, what's going on? Or whatever. She goes and she tries to pay for the stuff, and it declines. It declines, because originally it's just like, okay, who's the owner? I am, because of course they both are. But it declines, and we know why. $10,000 was withdrawn. So, of course, taking $3,000 out of there when $10,000 was already taken out, they're going to say, insufficient funds. Nope, we can't do that. No bueno. You've already zapped that account too much. Charlie calls the bank. And it's just like, $10,000? For what? Oh, to go and give to bail bonds. To what? Ralph Angel's like, don't look at me. I know who did it then. I'll be back. She goes over to Nova's house and she curses Nova out. She's saying, look, why did you go and steal from me? This is like steal. We're in this. This is a partnership. That's right. You're supposed to inform me, partner, of what's going on. You didn't do that. Instead, you went behind my back. This is like, yeah, I'm sorry. It was just like, really? Yes, I am sorry. But if Michael was in a situation and he was wrongfully jailed, you would do everything you could to get him out of there. First of all, that's not your son. Second of all, you can't go and flip it. When I wanted to go and pay for daddy, oh, you didn't want to take my money. But because this is something that you want, then it's okay for you to go and take the money without consent. All right, I see how it is. I see how it is. And it's like, you know you're wrong for this. And it's just like, it is what it is. It's like, all right. Everyone wants to take from me. Everyone wants to take from me. And that's when we see, again, Nova's little girlfriend. It's just like, oh, your girl, oh, okay, this is cute. So you're going, taking money and doing this, living free while I'm dealing with all this mess. Hollywood comes back and Blue and Micah are there to greet him. Hollywood wants to spend some time with Aunt V, so he gives Micah some money. He's like, yeah, go to the ice cream parlor and stay there for a while. Charlie, again, is now having lunch with Ralph Angel, and Ralph Angel's getting hit on by the little harlot that was trying to hit on Hollywood, because she's just like, oh, you're Ralph Angel, you own the farm. You know what it is, a little small town, and the black people, I guess technically they're like the predominant black people there. So she's going to go and sniff out the money, or the potential money. While that's going on, Charlie's like, who is this little hoe? It's flirting with you in front of me when I'm trying to I just want to eat some food. Ralph Angel tells her two things. First, he lets her know, yeah, you know there's a storm coming. So it's like, a storm? Yeah, there's a storm coming, and the farm, it may or may not be ready. It all depends on if we have this machine. I thought we had it. So it's like, no, we originally had it, but, you know, Pop lost it last year. They repossessed it. It's like, oh, God. But that was one of the issues. The second issue is, I need for you to go and pay for me as a full-time employee of the farm. Full-time employee, you know that you'll get your money once harvest comes. That's the agreement. It's just like, no, that's not going to work for me because I need this job. It's just like, you already have a job. You already have a job. You know what? It's fine. It's fine. You want money? That's the issue. You want money? Okay, take it. Take it. I'm looking at her like, okay, she's snapping. Ralph Angel doesn't deserve this because she doesn't understand where he's coming from. It's just partially his fault. A little bit. It's a little bit his fault. But, you know, Nova is overreacting. She's overreacting to the 10th power, and it's pretty messed up because, not Nova, Charlie's overreacting because she feels like everyone has just been for her. Vi comes, and she sees some of her old customers, and the original owner of the High Yellow, he's just going through it because he didn't want to give Aunt V her check. He's like, I know you're going to come back. She said, no, I'm not. I have another source of income. It's called Hollywood. I am good. Give me my last check. I'm thinking, Lord, if he does not give her that check. But he had the check, so, you know, he's not sketchy or anything. Then she sees Ralph Angel talking to that little harlot. And it's just like, okay, go away. Go away. Yeah, you can order your food, whatever, but go away. Because Ralph Angel is trying to get the food to go, / possibly him, the girl, get her to come to the farm so that they can do it. And Aunt V's like, I need to talk to you for a moment. It's just like, okay. So you want me to do what? You want me to give up Blue. You want me to give up Blue, and yet I can't do that because didn't you just forget that if it wasn't for me, you would be in jail again? And then what would have happened to Blue if you were the guardian? They would have gone back to his mother, and his mother is a crack whore. She is a crack whore. They found her in that shed, getting paid to have sex, and while she was having sex, she had Blue in there. He was half dehydrated, scared to death, and his mother basically on top of him having sex for drugs. And you want me to go and risk that sweet little boy who of course doesn't remember any of this, to put him in that situation because you really can't get it together. I have your back, but I love him to death and have his back more. He's a priority. He's innocent. So you're not getting custody back. You are not getting custody back. I'm thinking, oh, Lord Jesus. She's right. She's absolutely right. Hollywood comes and he's talking to Leah, his ex-wife, or technically should be ex-wife. And while he's doing that, he's so distracted because he's just like, don't worry, I'll come back. I'll be there soon. Micah is sitting in the chair just like how I would be, posted up like, is he really sitting on the... And he doesn't... Let me just stay back and pretend I'm not here. So Micah hears everything. So then that's another thing. Okay, when is that going to come out? Charlie comes back and she pays the guy. Because, you know, Charlie still has money regardless of the $3 million. Oh, yeah, that's the other thing. Nova was saying how, oh, you spent $3 million to give to a prostitute to cover up your husband's indiscretions, and yet I can't spend $10,000 to help this poor black man. She was like, no, you are not going to do that. You are not going to do that. Oh, yeah, please like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already done so. And as I said, this is when Charlie gets to vent. Charlie gets to just vent her frustrations and say, you know what? Why don't I go divorce my husband, take him for everything that he's still worth, and leave. I can go and finance the farm because, you know, I still care about this, so I can do it from afar. This is when Romie says, you know, can I give you some advice? It's like, yeah, what's up? Maybe you need to just take a breath. You know, you always give. The people around you, they do love you, and they do need you, but you just need to take time for yourself in general. They still love you, they're still going to be around, but you can't go at this pace of give, because it's going to destroy you. Now, the family's starting to come together, and Nova decides, okay, Micah, do you want to go to this art museum? It's just like, yeah, there's nothing really going here. Oh, unless you need me for the lights, because they're getting the lights together for the party that they're going to throw. And they're just like, oh, well, you know, no, go. So when he's at this art exhibit, and Nova is actually interviewing the artist, and the artist is more so a revolutionist, a Black Power type of artist, and we see this mural, and it has, of course, multiple men who were killed by the police wrongfully, like Trayvon, Eric Garner, people of that nature. And because of that, it's like Micah, he only recognizes some of the people, not all of the people. And Nova's girlfriend is just saying how it's interesting because you live in California. They go hard in California for the protesting and all of that and people's rights, and yet you're not really aware of all this? Have you even gone to a protest? It's like, no, I've heard of some of them, but I've never been there. And this is like, I guess I don't understand it, because when I'm around policemen, they treat me fine. I've never had a bad interaction. I've never been racially profiled as long as I've known. It's just like, look, you're still a black man. Regardless of who your father is, you're still a black man in America. So you have to take extra care in everything that you do. And you have to decide what person you actually want to be, and not what person society tells you you want to be. Do you know? And she's just like, no. It's just like, all right, well, let's figure it out. So that was really insightful what they did there. Charlie comes back, and Charlie's still over it because she's just like, everyone's taking. And then Ralph Angel, well, with him asking for to work at the farm full time, even though he technically, that's his job. That's already his job. Aunt V says, hold up. There's some things you don't know. Ralph Angel was working at an establishment where they were doing some really shady, shicey stuff. It just got raided because of the illegal stuff they were doing. That's why he's not working there anymore. And so, of course, Charlie felt bad because Charlie realized, oh, okay, he is trying to do better. And I love how the fact that Aunt V, she's still covering for Ralph Angel, even though he did wrong by initially engaging in that. That's where, you know, she still has his back where it matters, because public perception is everything. And you know Charlie will have not cared about any of that if she heard that he also got entangled with that mess. She calls Micah because she's like, where's Micah? Micah's with Nova. Why is Micah with Nova? Because she's so pissed at, no, it's just like, he's supposed to be listening to me. Regardless, he's supposed to be listening to me, not you, not anyone else. And she basically tells him he needs to get his butt home now, because I'm his mother. He's going to do what I say. And she's, again, this is what usually happens sometimes when parents are dealing with a lot. They take out their frustrations on their kids. And it's definitely not fair. It happens all of the time. All the time. Ralph Angel has the little harlot come to his house. And he's like, you reek. Go in the shower, get freshened up, we're going to have sex. It's like, oh, okay. Everyone's getting ready for the party. And Micah comes back. He's not talking to his mom, you know, but he's playing around with Blue. And when Nova and Charlie are about to talk, Nova's on the phone. She's with her ex. It's like, you are still married. I'm not going to be with you. Charlie hears that and it's like, hold up. You were trying to judge me? And yeah, you're sleeping with a married man, and oh no. And after that, then we have Micah. He's talking to Hollywood, and Hollywood is just like, what's going on? Like, Mike, what's good? I know what you did. I don't know who she is. I don't know who she is to you, but I know you're doing something foul. And after what my father did, I thought if any man was still decent, I thought it was going to be you. I guess I was wrong. Don't worry. I'm not going to say anything yet. And Holly was like, young buck. Almost like, I love you, but don't make me yoke you up, boy. And this is Ralph Angel. He's talking to Aunt V. And, you know, Aunt V's just like, you know what, baby? I love you. It is what it is. And this is good because family is coming together. Micah's still thrown off because Aunt V's trying to see what's wrong with Micah. Hollywood's just like, hey baby, come over here. Micah doesn't say anything though. So Micah, again, is still assessing the situation. He's old enough to realize this is grown folks' business. I don't know what's really going on. I'm going to let it be type of thing until I find out. There's always more to the story. They're doing this, I don't know what the song is, but I love this song. It was good. While everyone's dancing, that's when we have Charlie. She's talking to her little boo thing, Remy. And Remy's just saying how family is super important because those people are there to lift you up and build you up regardless of what's going on around you. And those are the people you need the most. you talking about leaving and just forgetting them. They're all going through their all stuff. They're not perfect, but they're the people that you have when situations like your husband stuff occur. So you need to go and figure it out. While he gives her this rebel-rousing speech, because you can tell his wife anymore, so that must be really challenging for him to go through. And next thing we know, the cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, Leah comes, who of course is Hollywood's technically wife. And she's like, Hollywood, where is he? Where is he? And people are like, I don't know. They're looking at her like, oh Lord, is it another one? Is it another one on drugs? We have Nova. She's trying to hold on to her and just like, okay, it's gonna be okay. What's good, girl? It's just like Hollywood. Auntie's like, oh yeah, this is Hollywood. It's just like, Hollywood, come back, go. You know, Hollywood, you my husband. You my husband. You know. That's how she was acting the whole time. It's like, no, we have a family. We have a baby. Obvious, it's like, family, your husband, baby. It's just like, no, listen to me. She got pregnant and she miscarried. She's bipolar. I married to her because she still needs the health benefits. If she didn't have the health benefits, she wouldn't be able to afford her medication. I'm thinking, this is a sad state when someone who really has issues can't get health care unless they're working or so and so. But if they have bipolar real bad, then they can't be working. They need to be supported. Aunt V she's destroyed because all of this information is coming out, and she's looking at him like, look, you can go. You can take your wife and you can go. Do not come back here no more. That's what I want you to do. And Micah's just like, I got her. Hollywood, you can go. You can go. Because Micah already kind of knew, but Aunt V, but his mom is like, no, she needs a moment. She needs a moment to herself. And you can tell the party's over. Everyone's looking at her like, damn. And Charlie's probably thinking, these no good men. All of these no good men. I'm sure that's what Charlie was thinking in the back of her mind, but she knew she had to keep quiet. Aunt V was just, she was cleaning up, but she was shaking because she was trying to internalize all of it. Just think about it, because all that time that Hollywood was saying he was going off to work and this and that, he was actually spending time with his wife. So regardless of the reason, he was still lying to her in a big way. So it was too much. That was it. This show is good because it is realistic. Sometimes I don't really like shows that are a little too realistic, but I like this one.